The United Kingdom's Ministry of Defense latest intelligence update on Ukraine, October 27, 2023. The Russian Air Force's long-range aviation fleet of heavy bombers has not conducted air-launched cruise missile strikes into Ukraine for over a month. This is one of the longest gaps in such strikes since the conflict began. While Russia can still use other strike capabilities, the long-range aviation fleet had been the primary method for conducting standoff precision strikes. Russia likely needed to reduce the frequency of strikes to replenish its diminishing stockpile of As-23 Kodiak cruise missiles. Russia will likely use any recently produced inventory of long-range aviation munitions to strike Ukrainian energy infrastructure over the winter. Russia will highly likely continue supplementing any such campaign with Iranian-designed one-way attack uncrewed aerial vehicle attacks. Ukraine's Armed Forces General Staff Update. Day 611 of Russia's attempted invasion of Ukraine continues. Russia conducted multiple missile, air, and artillery strikes across Ukraine, resulting in civilian casualties and infrastructure damage. Fighting remains difficult in eastern and southern Ukraine. Russia maintains military presence along the border and shelled some border towns in the north. Russia unsuccessfully tried to regain lost ground near Bakhmut and Avdiivka. Ukraine repelled multiple attacks. Fighting continues around Marinka and Novomykhailivka, with Russia unable to advance. Ukraine repelled all Russia's attacks near Vodyan, Zolotnaya, and Staromayorsky. Russia unsuccessfully tried to regain ground near Verbov. Russia shelled Kherson and Zelenivka. Ukraine continues offensive operations near Melitopol and Bakhmut, inflicting losses on Russia. Ukraine's Air Force and missile troops conducted multiple strikes on Russian troops, equipment, artillery, ammunition depots, and air defense systems. The Institute for the Study of War Russian Offensive Campaign Assessment. Ukrainian forces made marginal gains on the east bank of Kherson Oblast and continued offensive operations near Bakhmut and western Zaporizhia Oblast. Footage indicates Ukrainian forces advanced further south under the Antonivsky Road Bridge, north of Oleshki, 7 kilometers south of Kherson City, and 4 kilometers from the Dnipro River. The Ukrainian General Staff reported ongoing Ukrainian offensive operations near Bakhmut and around Melitopol in western Zaporizhia Oblast. The assessment indicates Ukrainian forces are continuing localized offensives in Kherson Oblast and the Donbass, despite difficulties posed by autumn weather. Ukrainian advances near Kherson City suggest a continued effort to isolate Russian forces west of the Dnipro River. Fighting remains centered around Bakhmut in the Donbass, where both sides have suffered heavy losses in recent weeks. The Institute for the Study of War Key Takeaways today. Russia conducted widespread missile and drone strikes across Ukraine overnight, continuing its campaign to target critical infrastructure. An assassination attempt targeted Russian-appointed former Ukrainian politician Oleg Saryov, indicating internal tensions within occupied territories. Russia arrested citizens, allegedly extorting officials via Telegram channels, cracking down on insider media sources. Russia likely coerced Ukrainian prisoners of war to join a formation that will fight in Ukraine, violating Geneva Convention protections. Russia continued costly offensive operations around Avdiivka in Donetsk Oblast with no confirmed gains per a U.S. official. Russia conducted ground attacks along several axes in eastern and southern Ukraine, focused on the Donbass and around Bakhmut. Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov announced a new Chechen volunteer battalion, showing ongoing Chechen involvement. Russia intensified efforts to suppress pro-Ukrainian Telegram activity in occupied areas.